I met Charlie's parents, Nate and Paige, a few times. They seemed nice and supportive. Owen always had a great time at their house. Charlie occasionally came to our apartment, but usually, they were at Charlie's place, which made sense since I work, and our apartment isn't very exciting. During spring break in 2022, I missed registration for a camp, so Paige, a stay-at-home mom, offered to take care of Owen for the week. I was hesitant, but she insisted. Owen had a fantastic time with them, doing activities I could never afford. I felt uncomfortable with her spending so much on my son but didn't want to deprive Owen of the experience. Over the summer, Owen spent a lot of time with Charlie's family and even went on vacation with them. I couldn't afford to pay them back, but they insisted they enjoyed having Owen around and thought he was a great kid. I pressed Paige about why they were so insistent on having Owen around, and she admitted they had wanted more children, but it hadn't worked out. They saw Owen as a playmate for Charlie and a way to fill that void. I found it sweet that the boys considered each other brothers and didn't see anything wrong with it. However, things started to feel off during Christmas break in 2022. Paige and Nate insisted on taking care of Owen instead of him going to camp. They ended up getting him more Christmas gifts than I did. I set my pride aside for Owen's sake, but it was still uncomfortable. Fast forward to this spring break, Paige and Nate didn't just offer to take care of Owen during the day, they asked if he could spend the entire week at their house. I agreed, thinking I could pick up extra shifts to save for a birthday present for Owen. When I went to pick him up on Saturday, they asked if he could stay longer. I said no, as it was time for him to come home. Then Nate suggested that Owen stay with them long-term. I thought they were joking, but they were serious. They suggested I could assign them as guardians, and they would take care of him. I told them there was no way I was giving up my son, grabbed Owen, and left. I've blocked their numbers, and Owen has no idea what's going on. I'm keeping him home tomorrow and took the day off work to figure out what to do. Legally, they can't take him, but I'm terrified. I don't want him going back to that school. Should we move? I feel so stupid for not seeing the signs earlier. Owen is going to be devastated about losing Charlie, Paige, and Nate. How am I going to explain this to him? Update 1. While I understand those who think they meant well, I can't take that risk. They wanted him full-time, permanently. I love my son, and I'm not letting him go. I reached out to the school, and they assured me that Paige and Nate are no longer allowed to pick up Owen. It's too late in the year to move classes, but next year, Charlie and Owen won't be in the same class. I notified the police, but there's not much they can do since nothing is in writing. I can only hope they don't try anything else. I haven't told Owen yet, but I need to find a way to explain why he can't see them anymore. Update 2. Monday night, I told Owen that Nate and Paige were not safe and that they wanted to take him away from me. He was scared and said he didn't want to see them again. I assured him he wasn't going anywhere. He understands he's not to go anywhere with them and that the school is taking measures to protect him. He doesn't even want to talk to Charlie anymore. I was worried he'd hate me, but he understood how serious it was. I haven't heard from Nate or Paige, but I'm hopeful this is the end of it. Update 3. What everyone feared happened. On Tuesday, Paige tried to pick Owen up from his aftercare program. The staff refused to release him, and the police were called. She was escorted out of the building, and a police report was filed. I'm using this to get a restraining order. Paige and Nate are now banned from the recreational center. The police are working on ways to protect us, and social services have been informed. I'll update if anything else happens, but I hope this is the end.